Good morning. Today I'm going to explain continuing my last presentation about the compressed air system on the power plant or on the coal power plant, one of the biggest power plant in Java and located in East Java actually. And then I was starting explain to you that there are two compressor house. Each of compressor has consists of three air compressor. So there are six air compressors installed in two compressor house. Um, uh, Each of compressor house consists of three compressor that that's arranged in typical design, the same and typical design. As you can see in this slide, that there are three compressor, and the compressed air flow to the receiver tank first, and then after that they are flow to line. Yeah, there are two line user. The first one is to surface air purposes, and then the other one for instrument air purposes. So in general, they are divided into two line, surface air purposes and instrument air purposes. For instrument air, the system equipped by air dryer, and there are two air dryer, AD1 and AD2. This because as you know that the instrument air need the higher quality of the compressed air, which is the compressed air should have low water content, and then also should have lower oil and particle content. So we need air dryer to reduce the water content in the compressed air system in order to suitable for the instrument air purposes. So in general, in every compressor house, there are only two compressor operate. Yeah. When we are visiting there are just only two compressor operating in each of compressor house. The total rated output from these two compressed air is it is about 5,652 cubic feet per minute, with the total rated powers about 1,200 kilowatt. And then both of the air dryer is refrigerant dryer. As you can maybe you know that there are several type of air dryer. The most popular is the refrigerant air dryer and adsorption dryer. Next week, I explained to you about we find that the nameplate of the compressor, as you can see in this slide, both of compressor, actually all of the compressor in two of compressor house have the same the brand. They come from the same brand, namely Ingersoll Rand, and then all of them is centrifugal compressor. So we know that centrifugal compressor is quite popular for the compressor that have medium up until high air demand. Yeah. For for medium and up to high demand of compressed air, mostly serviced by centrifugal compressor. If we take a look at this compressor, both of these compressor, even though they are come from the same brand, but they are slightly different in the size. Yeah, they are different in the size of the compressor. The capacity of this both of these compressor is different. As you can see that the nominal air inlet capacity it's around for the compressor 1 is around 2,826 cubic feet per minute, and then another compressor have capacity around 105,057 cubic feet per minute. And then both of these compressor have the same they both are the same capacity. They have the same level for discharge pressure, which is they're capable to produce discharge compressed air is about 120 pound per square inch gauge. If we take a look at the electrical motors, the driver of these two compressor, this electrical motor for the compressor air 1 have nominal current is 135 amperes. This is equal to 800 horsepower. 800 horsepower it is about 600 kilowatt, yeah, equivalent to about 600 something kilowatt. And then the compressor electrical motor 2 that drive the compressor 2 have nominal current 85 amperes with the equivalent to horsepower 500 horsepower. We take a look at the dryers. We have both the same brand, the same type. Yeah. The dryers come from Ingersoll Rand, and then all of the dryer here come from the same type. Yeah. With the refrigerant R22. And then they have writing capacity is about 25 meter cubic per minute at 8.3 bar gauge. From the data that we collected, we have calculated the system operating cost. As you can see here, you can see this table that are 3 columns here. The first column is the parameters that we calculate, i.e. mean demand used to calculate cost. If you see that there are this calculation is based on the flow rate about 5,433 standard cubic feet per minute, and then with the mean power consumption about 881 kilowatt, it is the total. Its number is the total of the power consumption from the both of the compressor. Both of these compressor have specific power consumption about 15.6 kilowatt per 100 cubic feet per minute. In general, this number is quite efficient, as you know that the turbo compressor or centrifugal compressor or turbo compressor, as many people say this one, they have a specific power consumption better than other types, especially screw type, because in screw type the best or the best specific power consumption for the screw that I have ever find in the plan installed in the plan is about 17 something, 17 kilowatt per 100 cubic feet per minute. I have to remind you that the specific power consumption state the performance of compressor in terms of energy consumption, which is if this we need that this number is lowest possible, because when this number is low, it means that the compressor operating efficiently. We have calculated that the annual energy consumption is about 7,100,000 something kilowatt hour. This energy consumption, this electrical consumption equivalent to CO2 about 5,622 and 12 ton CO2 equivalent per year. This calculated based on unit cost assumption 1,100 rupiah per kilowatt hour for energy cost, for electric cost, with the operating hours per annual is around 6,400 hours. Okay, in this case we conduct some measurement, because we need a lot of number of data that we can analyze. So we need to install the measurement tools, because in actual there are very often that install compressed air equipped by measurement tools. Almost most of them, if not almost, but most of them of the compressed air system is not equipped by measurement tools such as flow rate for compressed air, and then also we never find that they install the particle counter or oil counter or water counter to measure the water content, oil content, and particle content in compressed air. So we need to find this, and then we install these measurement tools. And after that, we also connect these measurement tools to the data logger, so we can measure these parameters for range for certain amount, certain amount of time. We expense we measure these parameters is for minimum 24 hours, for 24 hours. So we can hopefully we can find this the pattern. We can find the pattern of the energy consumption. We can find the pattern of the compressed air demand for 24 hours. If we take a look at this to the result of the electric power measurement, as you can see that we display this we convert the data into the graphic, so we can display the graphic here, and then from the graphic you can see that the electric consumption is within this compressor operating within a certain amount of range, certain amount of power. certain amount of power, certain amount in specific range. Yeah, as you can see that the average power in average power consumption in centrifugal compressor SEG1A is around 448 watt, with full load power is about 690 watt. So we calculate that the load factor of these compressors is about 78%. And in other compressor, which is in centrifugal compressor SEG1B, the power consumption average around 294 watt. This compressor have full load power is about 390 watt. So we can calculate the load factor of this compressor is about 75%. So we assume that this both this compressor are running with the partial load, yeah, running with partial load most of the time of their operation time. Yeah. And then the other graphs, this is come from the compressor 2B and 2C. This compressor is situated in other compressor room. As I mentioned earlier, that this power plant have two compressor house, and then in compressor house 2 there are also two compressor, turbo compressor, i.e. SHG2B and SHG2C. The average power consumption of compressor SHG2B is 408 watt, with full load power 690 watt. So we can calculate load factor is about 65%. And then in other compressor SHG2C, the power consumption, the electric power consumption is in average is 304 watt, with full load power 390 watt. So we can calculate the load factor is about 77%. Yeah, percent. So we conclude from this measurement, yeah, power measurement. Most of the time, 4 of these compressor installed in two compressor house operating in partial load. Yeah, and then we can see we find also compressor SHG2B. They have the biggest range of compressor, the biggest range of the electric power consumption, because their power consumption consume in range of between around 60 kilowatt, which mean that they operating in between 390 kilowatt up until 470 kilowatt. So here we can this number, the conclusion of the what we find from the electric power measurement. And then in the next slide we will talk about the airflow rate and pressure measurement on air compressor that I will explain in the next presentation.